Author Jim Collins, in his book Good to Great, published in the year 2001, emphasized on a concept called first who, then what, where he explains that most companies start with direction first, followed by a vision and strategy, and lastly get the people to steer the ship, which isn't the best way. In fact, he suggests having the right people on the bus first, wrong people off the bus, and then deciding the direction and course in which the ship needs to be steered. This throws light on the fact that your core identity of who you are is most important than anything else, even more important than the skills, qualifications, etc. Simon Sinek, in his book Start With Why, published in the year 2007, talks about golden circle, where the innermost circle is why, followed by the how, and then the what. He mentions that most people start with what, or the goal they want to achieve, then work on the process of how, and finally see if their core ideology or why is aligned with the objective they seek, which is wrong. They must ideally start with the why, the purpose, reason, the individuality, who they are deep down as a person or as an organization. What do they stand for? Figure that out first. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, published in the year 2018, speaks about outcome-based habits and identity-based habits, where he explains that people first focus on the outcomes, followed by the process, and finally work on their identity, which is outside-in approach. However, they must focus on inside-out approach, starting with the identity first. If you notice clearly, all three authors, Jim Collins, Simon Sinek, James Clear, they all focus on one common thing: who you are. Why do you do the things that you do? What do you stand for? What is your individuality? What is your purpose? These three books combined has sold more than 26 million or 2.6 crore copies worldwide, empowering crores of people across demographics and psychographics on a simple premise of why, your purpose, your values, what do you believe in. This universal concept can be seen adopted by every successful organization or people who have made a difference with their work. They start working on their value system first. Based on those values came the mission, which paved the way for a vision. Today, every organization has a very clearly defined value, mission, and vision statement, and that is the glue which holds people together across geographies. Let me ask you, what is your values, mission, and vision statement? What is it that provides you direction and motivation to keep going? If you haven't crafted one, now is the time, and I will help you do that. Your values are your deeply held principles which guide your actions and behavior. Your values determine your identity, who you are and why do you do the things that you do. If you have done your goal setting exercise, you know what you want to achieve and maybe have a rough idea of how you want to achieve those goals. But here is a quick insight of what actually happens after the goal setting process. Research shows that 92% of the people fail to achieve their goals. That means out of 100 people, only 8 achieve their defined goals. Remaining 92 do not achieve due to various reasons, but the main reason is that their aspirations are not aligned with who they are internally. Over the years, experimenting with different techniques, I have come to realize that it all boils down to just one word: passion. And I recently discovered that it is well substantiated by hedgehog concept given by Jim Collins. Hedgehog concept is followed by many top leaders of the world today. Jim Collins defines the hedgehog concept based on the intersection of 3 circles. Circle number 1, what is it that you are deeply passionate about? Circle number 2, what you can and cannot be the best in the world at. Circle number 3, what drives your economic engine. Let me give an example. If I woke you up while you are deep asleep and asked you to go for a particular actor's movie, you will immediately jump off your bed. Maybe because you could be a budding actor, director, or cinematographer. If you woke me up and said, "Hey Ajay, there is a big discount at the bookstore," I would immediately jump off the bed to grab the deal, since I am a passionate reader. Your business model as an entrepreneur or as an employee having 9 to 5 job also have to be such, filled with passion. You have to enjoy while you work. If you are cursing yourself as soon as you get up first thing in the morning, oh, I have to complete that boring project. I have to chase people to get my work done. I hate my work. Only God can save me. Trust me, you will continue to struggle for the rest of your working life because you operate from a paradigm of dissatisfaction and complaints. Circle number 1 talks about being deeply passionate about what you do. Here is a quick trick that I follow. I work for myself even while I work for others. In fact, I had the privilege to work with the CEO of a top multinational company who used to say this openly in the town halls. You all must use the company to fulfill your dreams and aspirations and help the organization grow as you grow. This one statement which inspired me to give my best every day, and when I did that, I realized my vision overlapped with the vision of the founder. My job satisfaction kept going up with the change in my belief system. My efforts were beneficial to both the organization that I worked for and for myself as well. Circle number 2, what you can and cannot be the best in the world at. You might take a lot of pride in your multitasking abilities. The research says that the human brain can never multitask, and it reduces the cognitive efficiency over a period of time, leading to lower productivity and impaired focus. This is one of the reasons why people and companies do not grow at a pace that they should ideally grow. You cannot apportion all your intensity equally across multiple tasks. You have to increase the intensity at one task on which you can be the best in the world at and reduce the intensity on the other task. You do not want to be called as jack of all trades and master of none, right? The biggest reason for debacle of most companies and individuals is this one reason: diversified focus across multiple tasks which never really converges. Just because you can do something, you don't have to. Specific tasks can be outsourced to specialists who are good at it. You are free to provide direction, but you must not focus on doing the hit and trial yourself. Circle number 3 is what drives your economic engine. Whatever you do must ensure that it gives you monetary gains. Here you must track the right financial metric. There are various metrics such as base salary, bonuses, incentives, total compensation, savings rate, investment growth, net worth, income to expense ratio, income to debt ratio, and so on and so forth. Sometimes the compensation might keep going up, but the base in-hand salary remains the same. What is that metric which makes sense for you? Be mindful of that and increase your focus on that. Hedgehog concept is formed by the intersection of these 3 circles, and the name hedgehog is derived from the animal hedgehog, which is known to have a very simple defense mechanism with its thorn-like spikes that safeguards it from any outside threat. Your idea or approach also has to be that simple, something that you can sustain for a long time, something you are deeply passionate about, something where you can become the best in the world at, and finally that's something which drives your economic engine. Leonardo da Vinci once said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication," which is so true. Sometimes the best ideas are those which are hidden in plain sight. In the words of Gabrielle Bernstein, an American author, she says, "Allow your passion to become your purpose, and it will one day become your profession." Isn't this beautiful? Just think about it. Crafting your VMVs may not be a one-day process. It is going to take time. It is going to take a lot of self-reflection. How did you react when you met with a failure? When you are pushed into a corner, did you choose the easy way out or did what was right? How do you conduct yourself within the community? How do you treat people who have got nothing to give you in return? How do you exercise authority when wielding power in your hand? And so on and so forth. When you ask these questions to yourself, you will uncover your personality as an individual, as an organization. You will understand why do you do the things that you do? and what can you do to improve the how behind the things that you do. Thus, use that as a tool to draft your own values, mission, and vision statements. You would soon realize that your efficiency has gone up multifold in no time, because now you align your actions and behavior to the broader outline that you have defined. We are still living in an age where people are bucketed under the expense and the machines are bucketed under the assets. All people managers openly voice their opinion that employees are the biggest asset of the organization. Yet, none of them will ever go to the CFO requesting to make that change. Just because it is happening from ages does not mean it is right. People are the greatest asset of any organization, but not all people, the right people are. People with their own values who align themselves with the organizational values and grow the organization as they grow. The channel for more informational videos like this. See you until the next time.